Guys, when I walk my dog, it's more like I'm the one in the lead. She's a little bit hopeless. Good morning, everybody. Rise and shine. My name is Carly Burns, and I'm a Women's Best ambassador from Sydney, Australia. Today, I am going to be taking over the Snapchat account and show you guys through a day in the life of Carly and what I get up to and all that type of good stuff. So finally the weather has decided to clear up in Sydney, so I'm just going to head out now for a walk, and then I'm going to be smashing a Muay Thai session. So what I wanted to do this morning was show you guys one of my favorite places where I go to stop, think, and just to regain clarity and sense of direction. So as you're all aware, if you exercise and eat well, obviously you're going to see aesthetic results. But what it also does, it helps with your mindset. So what I want to touch on just a little bit this morning was my journey and how I sort of gotten to where I am and what I had to overcome in order to achieve it. So I've just made it in time. So this is the view of Sydney International Airport's runway. A plane is just about to take off. Right, so a little bit about my journey. So guys, I found fitness and health when I was in high school. So I went to an all-girls Catholic high school where I got really severely bullied. I had to endure some pretty horrible situations. Through that time where I was constantly hammered and made to feel completely worthless, I lost my sense of self and all of my confidence. I lost all of my friends, and I pretty much had no one except all my family. My family were a huge support. When I was going through that absolute nightmare, my mum thought it would be a good idea to sign me up at the gym so my mind was able to focus on something more positive. Maybe my focus would then redirect, and you know, I could challenge it into a goal or to make myself feel better. And pretty much, I absolutely loved it. Like, exercising just made me feel so empowered, and it let out all my anger, frustrations. And then I began to notice that A, I was looking good, but B, I was actually mentally feeling good. I was feeling stronger. I found that all my other spare time I'd be in the gym because I was actually surrounded by amazing like-minded people who wanted to lift me up and who wanted to see me do better. So once I had distanced myself from all of that negative energy and tried to put that in my past, I was able to focus on my brighter future. I remember people would come up to me and be like, "Whoa, Carly, you actually look really good. What have you done? Can you help me out?" And I was like, okay, I can do that. And that's when I sort of realized that this is going to be my calling, that I was going to help change people's lives for the better through exercise, good nutrition, and mental health. My certificate 3 and 4 in fitness, currently working on my nutrition as well. I now have my own online training business, and I am really now being able to help change many women's lives around the world, and that is truly amazing. So going through those tough times has really made me appreciate the good, and I guess it's sort of gotten me to where I am today. So if you are in that current situation where maybe you're being bullied, I want you to try and redirect your focus into a more positive area in your life. I want you to put you as your number one priority and do what is going to make you happy, no matter what that may be. I can assure you there is always light at the end of the tunnel. You know, you'll pass this storm. When you express positive energy, you're going to attract it eventually. And one day in life, everything is going to make sense. So keep powering through, hold your head up, and just keep staying strong. You've got this. Sending loads of love and light. Alrighty, so I am just on my way to Muay Thai now. This morning I'm going to be training with my coach Mark at JWK in Chippendale. I have just had a little bit of pre-workout just to get a little bit of an extra buzz this morning. I've also packed my BCAA, replenishment and hydration throughout my session. So I'm really excited to smash this out. My brother Denver's going to be sparring as well, so it should be a good one. Then I'm going to be smashing out one hell of a Muay Thai session, so get ready. Alright, I'm just having a little break. I've got my BCAAs here. Gonna have to fix it to keeping hydrated and replenished. I'm done. That was so intense. Always remember, ladies, after your exercise, it's always important to stretch. It's honestly so crucial. It's going to give you mobility to complete exercises a lot more efficiently with better technique. It will improve and quicken your recovery process. It just allows your muscles to look longer than leaner rather than tighter and more contracted. Yeah, Denver. Sick. So I'm just whipping up my post-workout shake. So with this one, it's 3 scoops of WomensBest protein powder, ice, water, and then you're gonna blend. And now the consistency is super thick, just like ice cream. It goes down like a treat. Alrighty, Snap fam, I am off to Maroubra Beach. Sydney has decided to produce such gorgeous weather. The most of it and head down for a quick swim, and I'll show you guys how beautiful it is when I get down there. The beach bunny is home. I'm an absolute salty mess, but that sunshine was so good. Anyway, I'm going to be doing a live Q&A, so make sure you snap me all of your questions so I'm able to answer them very shortly. So anything in relation to my journey, fitness, health, nutrition, I'm covering it. So let's do this. Alrighty guys, so my first question is in regards to sugar intake and how to get a nice, healthy, balanced diet. So when it comes to nutrition, what I'd suggest you do, if you're used to quite a high processed, sugary diet, To slowly exclude those items. You're going to cut back your portion sizes so you get used to eating less and less and less. Otherwise, if you just go completely cold turkey, you might find that you're going to one day have this massive craving and you're going to binge and eat all the foods. Other option is to go with a healthier alternative. To say you could have dark chocolate, dates, cacao. WomensBest also have some pretty good clean treats like the protein bites and the wafers. The wafers are my favorite. Casey asked, at the times I felt most worthless when I was being bullied, what did I do in order to make myself feel better? I knew I would have the power to be in control of my emotions. So I started going to yoga, I started meditating, I started practicing self-love. I did my best to focus on all the positives that were around me because I knew if I gave out positive vibes, my frequency would radiate and I would soon attract that. I found the gym, I started smashing it, set myself some goals, started to achieve it, so brought out my self-confidence and made me really focused. Love just asked how many times a week I train glutes. So I train legs, so that including quads, hammies and glutes 3 times a week. One of those sessions is compound based, so I work very, very heavy loaded with my squat, my deadlift and my hip thrust. Second session would be more quad based, so I really focus on the contractions through my quads, very, very high volume. And my third session is glutes and hammies, and I superset. I do all my banded walks, all my glute activation, focusing on this eccentric muscle. Tucker just asked how I found the motivation to not eat all those bad junk food. I want you to ask yourself a question. When you eat something that's high in fat or high in sugar, how do you feel? For the first 5 minutes, amazing, yeah? Yummy. But then after that, you start to feel sluggish and sick and, yeah, your tummy just bloats and reacts terribly. So that's a big reason why I tend to not ingest it, because it makes me feel like shit. But I actually enjoy healthy food. I really enjoy the flavor and taste of it. Saying that, I don't believe in deprivation, so I will go and enjoy a nice hearty meal when I do feel like it. Rachel Chubb just asked, how do I go to the gym on the days where I have zero motivation? Trust me guys, sometimes I wake up in the morning and I'm like, you know what, that is the last thing I want to do. I don't want to go to the gym today. It has become a part of my routine, so I do know that I should wake up every day and get it done. If I do so, I always find that my days are more productive, I have more clarity, I just have a much more energy and a good vibe. It's actually usually on the days where I don't feel like working out, those workouts actually tend to be the best ones ever because I find that I push myself even harder. Eleni Leo just asked, would I rather train in the mornings or the evenings? Mornings, definitely. I always find that I have a lot more energy and it's done. You cannot talk yourself out of it of an evening. You've got to get up and you've got to do it. That's just it. Lucy Bram just asked, what's my favorite breakfast meal? So that would have to be my protein oats. If you don't follow me on Snapchat, make sure you do. I have the most mornings. A little bit odd. I love my oats really, really dry and gluggy, but it tastes like you're eating like a chocolate dessert, so it's good. Paige Edward just asked how to get abs. So to get abs, guys, you need to have a very low body fat percentage. That fundamentally comes from good nutrition, noticing that you're eating the right foods that don't react terribly with your stomach. It needs to be wholesome and balanced, and your gut health needs to be really good. In combination with that, you also should have a very good training plan and ensure your water intake is nice and high. All right, Charlotte just asked if I bulk. I don't bulk. No, I never ever bulk. I sort of stay in the same condition year round. I find that this is very maintainable for me and I don't really want to change too much, so I'm quite happy in the skin I'm in. So Steph just asked what BCAAs are. So BCAAs stand for branched chain amino acids. What this does is it replenishes your muscle out your workout and ensures you stay nice and hydrated. So I will 100% have this every single workout, as it also assists with your recovery as well. Alright, last question. Isabella just asked how long have I been training for and how long did it take me to see results? I've been training in a gym now for about 4 years, but I'm going to say the last 2 years is when I've become pretty serious about my training ritual. So over the last few years, my knowledge has really grown for training and nutrition, so I now know how to more effectively eat the foods which I know complement my body. I know my technique. I know now better movement patterns, just everything overall. Results, you just need to stay committed and hardworking and have persistence. You know, it could take a few months depending on how strict you want to be. When it comes to all of this, there are no quick fixes. You do have to put in the hard yards, but I assure you, if you do, the results will speak for themselves. Alrighty guys, that was my last question, but thank you so much for sending everything through to me. I do really appreciate all the beautiful feedback and comments. I do hope you've either gained a little bit more knowledge and taken something out of this Snapchat takeover today. If you do want to continue following me on my social media platforms, make sure you follow my Instagram and my Snapchat, and I will link them. Always remember, on my Instagram, I'm very responsive, so if you have a question, always feel free to ask, and I will answer that to the best of my ability. So have an amazing day, guys. Stay healthy, happy, and humble, and I shall see you very shortly.